Have you ever found yourself rushing all day, busy from morning till night, moving from one task to another, and yet, when the evening comes, you ask yourself, did I actually do anything important today? If your answer is no, you're not alone. In fact, most of us live like this. We get caught in endless schedules, constant phone notifications, breaking news that feels urgent but meaningless, and when we finally stop to look back, time has already slipped away frighteningly fast. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who lived almost 2,000 years ago, also saw people trapped in this same cycle. But instead of simply complaining, he gave humanity a timeless message. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. This line comes from his essay De Brevitate Vitae, on the shortness of life. And today, we will step into the life and philosophy of Seneca to explore, how can a man who lived in ancient Rome still teach us, in the 21st century, how to live more fully? Seneca, full name Lucius Annaeus Seneca, was born around 4 BCE in Corduba, modern-day Spain. He came from a wealthy family. His father, Seneca the Elder, was a well-known orator. From an early age, young Seneca was immersed in literature, rhetoric, and philosophy. But Seneca's life wasn't just about books. He grew up in a turbulent Rome, where power struggles, betrayals, and palace intrigues shaped daily life. That harsh environment forced him to reflect deeply on the nature of human existence. Seneca eventually held high political office and became a tutor and advisor to Emperor Nero. This was both a blessing and a curse. While it gave him influence, it also tied him to one of history's most notorious rulers. Nero's cruelty and paranoia often put Seneca's life in danger, forcing him to walk a thin line between survival, loyalty, and his own moral philosophy. In 65 CE, Seneca was accused of being part of a conspiracy against Nero. He was ordered to take his own life. And he did, calmly. Yet more powerful than his death are the words he left behind: essays, letters, reflections, writings that still feel urgent and fresh, as if written for us today. Seneca writes, "Life is long if you know how to use it." According to him, people waste their lives on 3 main things. 1. The pursuit of empty fame. 2. Chasing shallow pleasures. 3. Worrying about what lies outside their control. Think about how much time we lose scrolling through social media. Not for learning or meaningful connection, but just endless, mindless comparison, or arguing over trivial things. Seneca would call this squandering your life. For him, time is the one resource that can never be regained. Money can be earned again. Health can sometimes be restored. But a single moment that passes is gone forever. That's why Seneca urged us to treat time as a treasure chest. To give someone your time is to give them a piece of your life that you can never reclaim. So, he asks us, are you truly living, or just existing? How much of your time goes to what really matters? And how much to what doesn't? Seneca didn't only write about time. He also explored human emotions, especially anger. In his essay on anger, he describes anger as a form of temporary madness. When anger controls us, reason disappears. We say things we regret. We destroy relationships. We harm ourselves. Seneca's advice is simple but powerful. Do not let emotions drive your decisions. Step back. Observe your feelings as if you were an outsider. Remember, the person who makes you angry only reveals where you are still weak. Apply this today. When someone insults you online, instead of fighting back in a pointless argument, ask yourself, does this really affect who I am? Or am I just letting a stranger rent space in my head? Seneca lived with wealth, but he never worshipped it. He said money is useful, but never ultimate. The poor man can be happy if he is content. The rich man can be miserable if he is enslaved by his possessions. True happiness, Seneca insisted, comes not from external things, but from the mind. So what does this mean for us? Here and now? At work? Don't let endless meetings and shallow tasks swallow your life. Focus on what really matters, the work that actually fulfills you. In school, don't try to learn everything superficially. Go deep in what matters to you. In relationships, don't waste your time on toxic connections that drain your spirit. On social media, don't be a slave to notifications, likes, and shares. Use technology as a tool, not as your master. Seneca has been gone for almost 2 millennia, but his voice still echoes across time. He didn't just write for ancient Romans. He wrote for anyone who struggles with the same problems we do: busyness, anxiety, anger, the endless chase for wealth. And his ultimate lesson is this: time is more precious than anything else. Emotions must be mastered. Live each day as if it were your last gift.